Lorville. God, Lorville. Okay. Oh, coffee. So I got tired of hanging around M&V and I didn't want to depart without following up on a rumor I heard about an old coot named Darnley who runs a scrapyard here in Leavesden Station. So I checked into a hab. There's 3 people who'll give you work in Lorville. Constantine Hurston, Miles Eckhart, or Clovis Darnley. Hurston wants folks to recover Hurston property or facilities from what looks like a growing insurgency. Miles Eckhart, well, it's hard to figure his game out, but he's probably just working all sides. And this Darnley fella, I don't know much about him except he's been in business a long time. I figure he knows where all the skeletons are buried too, being in the disposal business. I know one thing though. This coffee is terrible, and the air here is giving me a rash. I'm short of credit, so I need to turn up something soon. I could just bail and head over to ArcCorp, but I have a little bit of credibility here and I might as well see whether Darnley comes calling. Could be, since I turned down Hurston and Eckhart. I suit up and head down to M&V. So about that security presence I noted when I first got here. See this here? HD security tower. I imagine there's towers like this all over the city. This is probably where if you cast your lot with the Hurstons you get your directions. Or if you cast your lot against them, you end up. I wait at the bar and I take a look through what's coming to me across the net. Well, surprises, surprises. Constantine Hurston wants to see me again. I'll take no for an answer, I figured. Well, this crazy man wants people to compete against each other in a life or death struggle to prove themselves king piss-of-shit mountain. Pass. Well, there's always the standard package hauling. Pays the bills, but man, it's boring after a while. I'll have to work up the courage and the need before I'll do that again. Unisan wants some scrap picked up. HD wants a guy killed. Some spacer is in distress. And HD has a terrorist problem at HDSF Breckenridge. You know, your standard day. I settle in for a long one. Eventually, Darnley sends me a message inviting me to stop by his lair around the corner. I make my way over there. I note the pair of HD guards out in front with Demeco light energy machine guns slung on their backs. And then there's this third fella by the door to his walk-up window. Either HD's protecting him, or he's got a special arrangement of some kind.
Apologies. The air is especially dreadful today. Still alive, I think. Hello, welcome to Reclamation and Disposal. My name is Clovis Darnley. Wonderful to meet you. And, how may I help you?
Said something about a job.
Let me think. Another soot-filled, chemical-stained sunrise brings another chance to avail ourselves of our current situation. Here are the particulars of this little excursion.
So this Darnley is inside Outski, working against the Hurstons while in their very shadow. Maybe he's always been like this. Maybe he's just now seeing his chance at the big score. Whatever it is, it's bigger than this little piece he's willing to share with me. This comes with some risk. Risk that he's not dealing honest, and risk even that he's a Hurston plant to try and figure me out. I can always try and talk my way out of that later, I suppose. It's clear that time is of the essence. He's not giving me a lot of time to consider the consequences.
I will need an answer.
Fine. I'll do this thing. I can use some connections here that aren't above board.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Best of luck.
Well, the HT security forces let me walk right through customs and get to my ship. So it wasn't a sting, that much is clear. It's always good to be lifting off. In a couple of minutes, I'm circling in to get a closer look at the downed satellite. The smoke was visible from 15 clicks away, so it was easy to vector in on, in addition to the marker. There are several variations to this mission. This one, today, is the kind where it takes a little extra work to get to the blades. A second crew member would be handy, but I used the rear camera to back the ship up. I also could have got up out of my seat and walked to the back ramp to check, but the external view is pretty handy for this kind of work. As it turns out, I didn't need the multi-tool after all. The server rack slides out, and I'm able to sort through the blades to find the right one. I would prefer a situation where Darneely shows you the one he wants, or you remember the designation and you look for it on the blade. Or you take all of them and give it a try when you get to the server rack. But the game at present prompts you when you find the right blade. Now what's important here, at least for now, is that you don't stow it. Best to carry it and lay it down on the deck of your ship if you can. If you stow it, you might not be able to get it out when you get to the server. I have a new objective, to connect the blade to a server. I pick one of the Hurston dynamic storage facilities on the far side of the planet and begin my move over there.
Proximity alert.
The facility turns out to be defended, and I destroy the gun so I can make a landing.
Alert. Deck.
The FR-76 shield generators make this a trivial matter.
Shield under fire.
The hardest part is getting the weapons on target with all the HUD elements in the way, and at such a close range.
Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Deck. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Deck.
As you can see, I've laid the blade down on the deck of my ship to prevent it from disappearing into my inventory. The only way I was able to make this mission work. For now. In a future iteration of Star Citizen, I'd expect defenders here in the facility, or perhaps even a flash traffic mission from Hurston Dynamics requesting players to converge on the satellite and prevent anyone from taking the blaze until an HD recovery team could arrive and secure the site. Another cool idea would be HD giving a bounty mission to another player with the blade as the tracking beacon, so the element of time and a PvP element could be added to the mission. But for now, the main thing is just finding your way through the facility and reaching the server. There's no defenders here, and you're perfectly safe. This is the kind of mission where you'd expect to be persona non grata on Hurston after doing it. I mean, HD has cameras everywhere. How are they not going to know it was you who stole this experimental blade and then blasted your way into a HD facility to hook it up? Right? Unless Clovis Darneely or one of his henchmen is tracking you and hacking the camera so that you could do the mission and not get nicked for it. Now that'd make some sense. But Clovis didn't say anything of the sort, so I assumed that I'd best take it on the lam. I've run into other players in these facilities before just by random chance, and they're almost always down for some gunplay, so I'd better be ready. Thankfully, I don't run into anybody. Once back in my ship, I make for orbit. As I'm climbing, I check the mobile glass and I have an invitation to come visit Levski out on Dalamar. Huh. That's timely. Okay, I'll do that, and I'll let things cool down here for a while in Hurston. I'll find out about this workers' paradise out beyond the control of the corporate sector authority, and see if I can learn more about the situation here in Stanton. Until next time, thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed.